entities that are watching without you realizing it. An impossible shadow that you won't be able to believe has actually been captured on camera. And to the number one spot where you will meet something so disturbing, so out of place, that I know it won't let you sleep. My name is Leonore Clay, and this is The Darkest Secret. Today we present horror videos so mysterious that you will question reality. Number 10. Did you see it? Did you realize what was strange in this video? If not, well, let me help you. This video was sent by Abby Sanchez, and she tells us that she received it on her WhatsApp from her boyfriend. He informed her that his house had lost power, that he was alone, and in order to not feel so alone, he simply wanted to talk to her using his mobile data. If he was alone, how do you explain this? According to our subscriber, and despite the darkness, the camera captures the presence of what he describes as part of a head. Do you see it? That bright eye that manages to move through the darkness stands out. It is very difficult to make a person's eyes shine in that way. It can be done, but it requires a complex set of lights. What do you think it is? Comment below. Number 9. The next recording is going to be another video of the family's matriarch's birthday. The grandmother, accompanied by her entire family, was rejoicing in the happy birthday song when suddenly a surprising event occurred that no one noticed at the time, but that did not go unnoticed by Cruz Jova, the subscriber who sent us this clip. Watch for yourself. Did you notice it? What was that occurred behind her? At first, it looks like a simple shadow. However, when pausing the image, what appears to be the silhouette of a girl is evident, crossing from one side to another, at a speed that attracts quite a bit of attention. Could it be just a girl? Cruz assures that the silhouette manages to change shape, that it changes just before disappearing from the image. A no less antecedent that makes us think that indeed what is seen in the image corresponds to a spectral entity. Do you think so too? Leave it in the comments. Number 8. Have you ever encountered the paranormal? Have you ever experienced something like this? Well, yes, I can tell you that it is a strange phenomenon. You are left wondering if it really happened, or if you are getting confused. Logical negation is always the first to arrive. The same thing happened to Ileana. Ileana is Kid, a faithful subscriber who claims that such strange things have happened so often that she is almost sure that her property is beginning to be invaded by entities of unknown origin. In her email, she says that after hearing strange sounds, they installed a security camera with the purpose of scaring away what they believed were thieves. However, one night, the device recorded this strange sequence. Ileana finds this silhouette very odd. According to her, what projects it should be right here, between the car and the light. For her, it is like a person who goes forward and backward. However, it also could be the trees. But considering everything paranormal that had already happened, they decided to watch the cameras during the day while they were in the building. She says that since they had never had an experience like this, they began to review night after night what was left in the recordings without encountering any more similar situations. That is, until our subscriber's father thought of taking a look at what was happening during the day. Ileana confesses to us that to this day, she cannot get the shape of that hand out of her mind. A black hand that seemed to have claws and that lay there, hidden behind the vehicle. To whom does that hand belong? What is happening at our subscriber's house? She says that just thinking about the possible answers to these questions, an intense chill runs down her spine. What do you think it is? Comment below. Number 7. The image that you are now seeing on the screen corresponds to that of a blogger who in the video was alone touring the ruins of an ancient abandoned town. However, as she moved forward and explained what she was finding along the way, she noticed something that shouldn't have been there. And when you analyze it, it really seems to be something out of place.
Allá arriba hay un nido. Miren, acá solamente ya habitan los pájaros, nada más. Así es como se ve. Bueno, nos vamos a salir porque se siente escalofríos, amigas. Este es un horno. Miren. Ahí está otra casa. Ahí está. Así es como se ve, amigas, miren. Los techos, todo eso. Ahí está. Horno. No sé dónde está su puerta. Vamos a ver. No aparece. Bueno, salimos. Salimos. Acá está la puerta del horno, miren. Aquí es donde han debido saber hacer pan. Miren, ahí está. Un horno de adobe y con la puertita muy hermosa. Y por acá vamos a ingresar. Y así es como se ve acá en los pueblos abandonados. Miren, acá están sus pertenencias, miren. Ahí están sus bidones. Puerta de maderas, miren las botellas. Y esto debe ser tienda, amigos. Miren, ahí está, porque la puerta está ahí. Así es como se ve. Miren, hay un guacullo yo conozco, tal vez ustedes con...
Jonathan Merlo, who sent us this video, says that this is just an excerpt from a much longer video in which she was seen alone at all times. No one else was with her, neither in front nor behind. For this reason, the presence of that man, who apparently was wearing black clothing and an intriguing brimmed hat, is unusual. Do you see him? And that's not all. It seems that he then makes a second appearance on the right, positioning himself practically next to the woman without her knowing at any time. Why didn't she see him? Could it really be a person what this camera captured? There is no doubt that it is quite disturbing footage. Number 6. There were several recordings from Argentina that reported an unusual phenomena captured in the skies. Not one, but several witnesses. Phenomena that for our subscriber, Juan Alvarado, go beyond a simple storm. Let's see what you think.
Ay, mire lo que es eso, parece una nave espacial. Ay, Dios, qué horror. ¡Dios mío!
Have you ever seen something like this? Have you ever witnessed a storm behave in this way? For Juanca, it is more than clouds. It seems like a colossal mothership of unknown origin that remains hidden in the clouds, but is revealed by the storm. Vertically apocalyptic footage of a phenomena that no one can explain, and that to this day keeps people afraid. Have you ever seen something like this? Comment below. Number 5. Daniel Suarez took it upon himself to write to my email to tell me about a mysterious phenomena that had been occurring in his home after visiting a supposedly haunted place. It all started with the opening of doors, footsteps being heard in the hallways, the sound of objects falling without anything being found on the floor, situation that led him to acquire a series of security cameras to install in different parts of his house. He says that not many days passed until one of these events was recorded.
Energía positiva y limpia. Si dejas tú de gritar, todo está ok. ¿Qué haces?
The girl sitting there claims that she saw someone passing by. You can even notice her shadow. But then the voice of her partner, who was the only other person there, resonates in another direction, in another room, which is why she is surprised. Then, the same night, because sometimes when the paranormal occurs, it happens intensely for a very short period of time. The camera manages to capture a powerful light that for them has no explanation. first, it looks like a light, as if someone were walking around with a flashlight on or something like that. But clearly the most intimidating thing is the projection of that intense orb that passes at high speed. Daniel says that only he and his partner live in his home, and that they are rarely visited by a few family and friends. It is for this reason that they think somehow one of the entities in the place they visited literally attached themselves to them like a parasite attaches itself to its host, leaving him immersed in this distressing situation. Could it be possible to eliminate this entity from their home? Who should they turn to end this? Let me know what you think. Number 4. Do giants exist? The answer is obviously no. But there are those who have seen this video and their answer has changed to a resounding maybe. It was on the TikTok platform that a man wanted to record a small clip of an electrical storm, was completely surprised when he captured what he described like a being of gigantic dimensions. Some suggest that it could be a hologram or the shadow of a person who was simply walking. I'm more inclined to believe that it is a montage, a fake video, although it looks quite real. What do you think? Number 3. In this position, we come across another disturbing recording, also published on TikTok. It was practically at the end of the day, inside a workshop, that a group of workers began to have the strange sensation of feeling observed. The overwhelming feeling reached such a level that they took out their flashlights and cameras to see if there was anyone around them. What they discovered continues to shock them to this day.
Estaba trabajando cuando sentí que me estaban viendo. Golpeábamos la pared y no se movía. Tampoco parpadeaba. ¿Qué rayos será eso?
As you might imagine, this footage was filled with thousands of comments, which tried to explain which creature that disturbing look belonged to. It is not in 3D, at least that is what most believe. Some suggested that it was a person on the other side of the wall. Others suggested that it was some wild animal. Some even said that it could belong to a Nawal or another being of unknown origin. Personally, I think it is simply a cat. But of course, looking at the images is not something that can be 100% certain. In the comments, they say that the eye was so big that it would have to be a mountain cat rather than a house cat. What do you think that is? Comment below. Number 2. Watch this video. I ask you to put yourself in these people's shoes and try to imagine what you would do if you saw 2 very small children, no more than 5 years old, playing alone in the street at 3 in the morning.
Manches, a estas horas. ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué onda? Mira. Mira, 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 mira. Ay, ahí está el sol, ahí está el sol. Mira nada más. ¿Qué onda? Ay, no manches, no juegues. Mira, oye, ¿qué onda? Es bien tarde. Ay, no. Mira. Ve lo que está haciendo.
No manches,
Se agarraron los perros. Mira lo que está haciendo.
sí, pero como que está ahogando, man.
Mira, ahí está, el otro. Mira. ¿Qué?
Oye,
Están hablando. ¿Qué onda? Mira. Mira, no manches.
son bien pequeños.
Ay, no manches.
Does it seem to you that these are actually children? The reaction of the young people suggests that this is about something more. Miguel Castro, the subscriber who sent this video, assures that if they were really children, a whole group of adults wouldn't have hesitated to come over to see where the parents were. Anyone would have done this first, before recording. The fact that they stayed there suggests that they understood the situation better. In later statements, they assured that they did not look like ordinary children. They looked strange, both in their attitude and in their physique. They assured that from a distance they were able to distinguish part of what they claim were unusual areas in their body anatomy. What could they really have been? We will probably never know. Number 1. And the video that concludes our collection is given by the chilling flight of a drone inside a cemetery. The idea was to fly over the place at night, or people with the intention of vandalizing graves. However, the device encounters something extremely disturbing. Pay attention. It was early morning and the place was completely dark. However, the camera records what at first could be a person. But what person goes to a cemetery at that hour and at night without some device to illuminate their path? Furthermore, the way he gets up and leaves is odd. He leaves as if he were levitating and not walking with his legs. Now, do you notice that? Is it just a montage, or do you think it is a spirit visiting this place? Please, I ask you to leave your opinion in the comment box, as this video has come to an end. My name is Leonore Clay, and this was The Darkest Secret.